Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty nice. I'm doing pretty nice, and grateful that I'm here. Grateful that I'm conducting this intro to GitHub. Actually, it's been like a bit maybe confusing something. Learning through this new knowledge and stuff, right? But I don't know. I'm just trying to tackle down everything and then trying to probably highlight some few points uh about everything, right? So. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. So I don't know. I'm not trying to explain everything. I'm just trying to do more practical and stuff, right? So let me just start the recording. I think did I start the recording? Let me just start the recording and then so. Okay. Okay. That's wonderful. That's one. I wanted to make it wonderful this way. Let me see. Scale a bit. Yeah, I don't want to scale this name on. Yeah, bullshit. Okay. So basically, we're gonna tackle down about we're gonna tackle down about Git and GitHub and trying to bring more lights on it. Um, uh, okay, as I said, okay, sorry guys, I'm just trying to customize a little thing here before I can start. Okay, good. Okay, so I don't know. I guess you guys have been going through a lot of materials, going through a lot of tutorials, and at the end of the day, you end up putting yourself in tutorial hells. Why you've been tackling, you'll be going through a lot of things, and then you still like feeling stuck on one way. Yeah. So I'm just here today. Just wanna elucidate some few points and I'm gonna be a bit practical. I'm gonna be a bit practical. I'm trying to be a bit practical and then try to explain, go straight to the point and explain to you what it is. Doing also practices, you know. This is the first in the series. This is the first one. That this will be the intro. Just gonna um do a few things up probably, and then I don't know. I might do the others later probably, but now I'm going to focus on the introductory thing about Git and GitHub, right? So most of you have maybe facing challenges doing things. I don't know. I just ask you to give me some question, ask me some questions. So I'm gonna try to go a few through a few questions that people asked so that I can try to help you and do practice around those questions, right? So yeah, I think this is the first. I don't know how many minutes I'm gonna spend, but mainly I'll try to make it as short as possible so that you want you focus also on others and doing practical. I would like that you did like maybe practices with me, practicing with me, and then see how it can help you out, right? So for now, let's see. I think I even did last session with some of you guys, and it was well. I don't know. It was like around an hour, and then maybe if you wanna get more things, you can also go back and then watch the video which have more practices. We did more practices there. We tackled down some questions and also answered to some questions also. So if you need more thing on that, you can also go back. Now I'm just gonna focusing on particular topics. Yeah, like now we're gonna focusing on introduction about Git and GitHub, maybe how to install it, and yeah, maybe the few commands also the basic commands. You can also see the basic command I mean, and yeah, that's it actually. And then for the next one, then we're gonna probably see how we could use the practical way. We could just use those command we're gonna see today, right? So that is for now. I think I don't know. Maybe like everyone has like GitHub and GitHub account. I think those are the prerequisites actually. If you don't have an account already, if you don't have Git or Cody, I'm gonna having like a minute now and then tackle down it. Yeah. So Git and GitHub. Git is the version control, and then whenever we're talking about versioning controls, like we this help us to plan for the release. Yeah, we're planning to we're planning to sorry guys. I think it's helped us to plan for the release of our software development, right? So it's helped us to track the version of our softwares, and then we could also plan for the next release maybe. Then let's say we and then whenever we're talking about versions, it means we're talking about different features, right? So that's first of all that's Git, and then whenever we're going to the GitHub, it's like a cloud, it's a cloud system, it's a cloud platform which help us to store. Yeah, it will help us to store. First of all, it help us to store source code. Yeah, and then second, it helps us to also collaborate in a team. Maybe we're working on a team, building a solution, and then we have different developers in the team. Then it will help us to so it give us the flexibility of storing something in the central repository. It is a central folder where everyone could push the code, or could upload the code, could also download the code, and then continue working. So yeah, it means like I mean GitHub, I mean Git in the local, it would be helping us to it will be helping us to manage the local things, personal things in your computer. And then whenever you feel ready, then you're gonna publish it. Then instead of publishing it, then we mean like uploading it. Then we mean like pushing it to the cloud. Yeah, the cloud which is like GitHub now, right? So never also if there is some changes that you don't have again, you can also upload it. Yeah, you can also upload it in the local computer, and then yeah, and so on, back and forth and stuff. So that highlights the way of collaborating and stuff, right? So okay, this might give. So whenever you don't have it, I think there is different way you can just check it. You if you like just maybe Windows, just you can also search for Git, you know, and then if you don't have the app, then you go ahead and install. Then okay, talking about version control is the Git is not the only one, right? Git's not the only one. There are a lot of them, right? You can see there is here Git, there is here like Unity version control. There is also like what is this? This like distributed concurrent version system. Azure I also have another one, and so on. Apache also have one. So yeah, there are many, but Git is like I would say like is most used, right? And then it's like most beginner friendly and stuff like that. I said the same as GitHub also. The GitHub also there is a lot of platform also where you can also store code. Let's say GitLab, there is GitLab, there is a Git buckets also I think. So there are many of them, right? So yeah. But for here we'll be there just talking about Git and GitHub as it's the most wide one, maybe most used one or so. Actually, whenever we say most used or widely used, it means like it's among the software development company stuff, right? So yeah. So if you're not download this, just go here, Git, and then you should download it. You can just download it as normal application, a desktop version. I mean, you see, if you're on Windows, I'm running on Windows, though it can propose you to do it in Windows. If you're on Mac OS, then you have to open the link here in Mac OS and then go ahead, follow the instructions, and then install it. If you're on Linux, also the same thing. Follow the instruction and then install it. I guess like that's the only way to get it. If you're on Windows, then you go ahead and download it here. Go ahead, download it here, and then follow the instruction. If you are running on 64 bits, and then go ahead and download it, and then so on. Follow the instruction, follow the lead, and then have it. And then whenever you have it, then you'll be having something like this. This one is the batch. Okay, after installing it, if you're on Windows, then you have two things to do. You have the CLI, and then you also have the GUI, right? GUI, the graphical user interface, right? So those are the two things you have. If you're running on Windows, maybe let's say this is your I mean, if you're running or are running it on Linux, let's say this is your terminal, then you just have to say like g, and then you say like dash dash, and then you say version, and then it should just give you a version. So if you're able to see like a version here, then it means that you have it. And then if you maybe are not able to see it, then you don't have it. Go ahead and install it. Go ahead and come here and then install it. You follow the instruction and then install it. Yeah. So as I'm Windows, then I'm seeing it. So okay. Oh, also in case I know I'm pretty much like most Linux distributions have the GitHub pre-installed. So whenever I may be running into the former version, you go ahead and also update it. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're using Linux, you're using Mac, then you know probably know how to. I don't know. If you don't know, let me know. Let me know, then I can also help you in doing that. But at this stage, I'm pretty sure that everyone have it already. So that's it. Yeah. Now let's show. Now I'm pretty sure that everyone have okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has like Gits, right? Okay, apart from Git, let's now say GitHub. GitHub is a web page. It's like GitHub is a web platform. Yeah, it's a web platform. It's a builds and ship software on a single collaborative platform. Yeah, it's a platform. It's a platform a web app. Then it means that as it's a web app, you really need to have an account. And then if you don't have one, you can go ahead and click sign up. And then you complete this one and then follow the lead. And in case you have an account, just go here and sign up, and then sign up on it. Sign up on it here. You could sign up and then okay, let me say, I don't know. Do I even remember my handles? And then let's say, okay, wonderful. Whenever you sign up, then you see this what you be seeing, right? Okay, okay. This is the homepage. I'll say the homepage. Different project we're recently working on. And then there is also this menu here. You can go ahead here in the and then you can explore different things. Okay. Um, you can explore. You can go to profile here. If you wanna check more things, you can check the about here. And you can see the some pinned project here. Yeah, all of these things you can just customize it the way you want. But I'm pretty sure if you are not, you're still new. If you haven't done anything, you'll be seeing just some weird or a blank thing here, right? You also have to put your pinned project, and then this is like the chart. And this chart here just showing the progress, the day you are being active, um, and so on. Yeah. Okay, that's basically it. And this is GitHub, and then you can go to repository. Whenever this one will show your repository, the repository you have. You see, I'm having around 149 repository. This is the project. That's another way. On all the other things are just other stories. You can make also your page beautiful if you feel like, you can. There is a lot of resources out there. You can just show it. It means like, okay, this is it now. Okay, if I had to try to like create like um to tie like two things together, it means that I'll be using GitHub. I'm be using Git to do my local thing, yeah, to work on my repository, working on my project, everything in local on my computer. So whenever I want to like publish, or I want to make my code accessible to everyone, then I will put it on GitHub, right? Sorry, let me just around this one. Yeah, wonderful. So whenever I wanna ship my code, or whenever I wanna send my code so that it can be accessible to everyone, then I will ship my car. I will ship my car to GitHub, right? So now GitHub also, whenever we have GitHub, you can see that this is the project name here, and then you see something like public here, and then you can also see here there is something private here. So it means like a repository. There is two type of repositories, right? There is a repository that is public. There is other repositories that are private, right? So something private, it means something that no one can see it, right? No one can see it unless I add them as collaborator. Let me see. Let me check it out. You can let me see. Let's start here. Maybe this private one. Then then I can add people as collaborator. Let's say I, I'm the only one who can be accessing it. Even though I send you a link and you are not a collaborator, probably you won't even see it. It will be like it's not you are no you don't have permission to run it, right? Something like that. Then you can also add collaborator here. You see, like from here, you can add rules. You can you see there is something called collaborator here, and then I can add people as a collaborator. You can go ahead and add people here as collaborator, probably putting an email here or putting a username here, and then you try to find this, and then you add them as collaborators. So you can add this person as a collaborator and not. Or not. That's for private here. So if thing, let me see. And then if it's public, then everyone can just access it. Yeah, they can see the code you did. They can see the code you did. You see, like this one, they can come. Everyone can just open it as usual here. Everyone can see the code, like what I did in here, everything I did in here. I can even fork it. I can even fork it. You know, fork is like making a copy of it. You know, I can do the copy of it. I can even download it, like download the zip file. I can even clone it, right? I can even clone it. I can do all those operations. So the difference between forking and cloning, the fork is like making a copy of it. You're making a copy then in your repository. No, in your GitHub account, right? It means like if I fork this one, it means I'm making a copy of it in mine, because it's not like right now it's not mine. I'm having the copy of it like right away, right? and and then cloning is like now upload downloading. Yeah, it's just terminologies that need downloading something from and then putting it in my local repository. So there is three different way of cloning. I can clone using HTTPS. I can clone using the SSH. So for you should configure the public keys, public keys in your local computer, so that you can and then tie it with the GitHub, and then you can then clone it. Go ahead and clone it. And then there is also, you can also do it like using the Git CLI. I'm pretty sure that you need to download the thing and then make maybe things available. You should have the GH, which is GitHub CLI, the GitHub command line interface, right? Then also, but most of the time we'll be using the HTTPS. Yeah, we need the HTTPS stuff. And then also this one, you also need to have whether two things. You can have use the GitHub, and you can use a GitHub, or you can generate a token. Yeah, let's see. Let's go to the let's go. Or let me just come here and come here to settings. If you want to make a key, generate a token so that you can use it later, you just have to come here, and then you go to the developer settings. If this is in case you're having difficulties of maybe cloning or pushing something, then you can come here, and then you see that there is this personal access token. This one helps you to most of the time whenever you're doing this for the first time, then you're having a problem of like cloning something, let's say cloning something or pushing even something the git. You're having problem difficulties because you haven't done it this one. So you can this all this auth app, these are like authorized app that you might have. And then this one is like okay, then you can generate access token. So this access token is like that's the one will help you. It's like it will identify who's like pushing to this repository in this code. So if you don't have it, then you have probably difficulties to do it. So and I can create like classic, or I can create a fine grain. Let's go with classic run, and then you see I have ones here. So probably if you don't have one, then you have to create one, and then create one. You just go generate new one. Let's say like generate new token, or generate let me just generate one. And then there are just some few rules here. This is a token name. You put a bit of description, the owner of it, And whenever you want an expiration date, you want it to be expired in 19 days or something like that. It's up to you. And then you can just access. We can give it access to whether all the repositories, or I mean public repository, or open repository, or online selected repository. I don't know. It's up to you now what to generate. And then after setting that one, then you click on generate. Yeah, and that's one will generate a token. Yeah, this is okay. There is some repo. Whenever you encounter something and then you put it no, okay, username and password, and then it's not recognized, then you know that okay, I need to use the token. So you can whether use this one, or you can use the username and password, right? But this is one because probably sometime you might link it to your repository so that you don't have to post the password every time together. But most of the time, whenever you're doing it for the first time, if you haven't done it, whenever you're doing it for the first time, then it will help you to do it. You just go ahead and do it and then press, yeah. So whenever you generate it, and it will just create some numbers here. It will just create something that you need to store maybe somewhere before you use it, right? So let me just put it. Let me say let's see CTD. Maybe call the dream. Let's say CTD, and then like the dream. Let's say call the dream, and then let me see 30 days. All repository. I can say like even selected repository. I think if I come to the selected repository, then it should just push me to select some repository. Yeah, then I'll need to select repository. We can even go to all repository, or you can even go to public or something. Let's just go to public. No, no, no. Let's just go to select. Which one should I select? And then create generate here. Okay, accept and then select. Then generate. And then you see for the first time they give you this one, then you can just copy it and then show it somewhere. You know, like few time now from now, they're just going to if like I had to refresh, then it's going to be highlighted. Then I can no longer see it, right? So that's why you have to take initiative of storing it somewhere so that you can use it later. For me, I copied it already, so I can use it anytime soon, right? So okay, that's it, right? So it means like whenever operation I will be doing on this repo, the repo that I selected here. I mean, let me check if I can check it here. No, I cannot take repo, but there is a repo, the repo that I selected, whatever operation I would like to do it, maybe I want to, let us say, delete it, or I want to push to it, it will ask me for a key, yeah? And then if I don't have that key, then means that I will not accessing it, yeah? So whenever you encounter something that you have to use the token or something, then you go ahead and use it. Sometimes you'll be wanting, they will ask you for username and password, then you will put username and password, um and then it will not work. Maybe you want you to use the generated key, and then you go ahead and create the generated key, right? Wonderful. So I think that's nice. Now we know the difference between this one. So okay, I mean, GitHub will be if I can reiterate again what I said, GitHub will be generating the local repository, which are the folder on our computers, and then I mean that's Git, and then GitHub will be helping us to store those up, will be helping us to store those changes and make them available to the public. Yeah, it can be whether public or private. So if it's private repository, people need access. I need to add them as a collaborator so that they can access the repo. If it's public repository, they need the link. And then if they want to perform some operations like push or change something, they need the access now, right? They need to be a collaborator. They need the access to do that, right? So that's how things are being done, unless they wanna do it. But then, even though it's a public and you don't have access, you can still fork it. And then whenever you fork it, then you can have access to make a pull request, right? Open a pull request to it. Now, whenever you're talking a pull request, is like change requested. Like maybe you want to do something and so on, right? So that's thing. So the Git things, the Git have and Git and GitHub have these things, what we call branches, and the branches is a low sort of features, right? Is a sort of like features. We're implementing like a feature, and then we want the feature to be accessible to people. We want to feature to be added it. Yeah, is that whenever we're talking the branches, the sort of like a branch is even a tree. Yeah, because like following like some tree pattern. Yeah, we can have a branch like by default we have a main branch. By default we have main branch, and the branch can have like can have different branches. It can be nested branch and so on, right? So that's it about it. I think that's nice. I think this is cool for now. This is cool for now. I think I'll stop right here from the introductory, and then yeah, let me know if you got some difficulties so that I can highlight more on that, right?